What's going on, YouTube? Today I'm going to do the XTE to XBE conversion. Show you guys everything you need to make it happen, and plus show you what it looks like and how to do it as well. So this is actually made it a little easier. I actually started doing it when my shocks are dropped. It's made it a little easier because these came off, so I haven't had a chance to finish Gorilla taping this yet or anything. It's aluminum pulled it right out of my upper differentials. So I kind of filled them today for temporary purposes with a little bit of melted plastic. Melted it and shoved a little bit down there so it hardened up. Feels like I got a good tight fit again. But I think JB Weld or something might be the ultimate fix. But this is good enough for what we're doing. I'm going to be using the back one. So that's, you got your XTE. Now the first thing you got to do is you're going to have to switch out your tower. Which again, this is the tower, it's not much to it. But this is an XTE tower, this is an XBE tower. So this has got to be able to have the slope in the front for the shell to come down on top of it. Now it's structurally, I mean, there's nothing different. I mean, they all line up. I don't understand what these are because they're not used, but that's really the only difference. I mean, if Redcat wanted to save some money, they could just produce these on all these trucks, kind of like what they have with some of the other things, and they actually may. That way they can make one less part, because that really is the only thing different. But so we're going to pop the XTE one on here, which we need, and then we're going to get right into, and we'll get the body mount on as well, and we'll go from there. So it's just the 4 screws that go back into the front here. And you can hook your shocks back up. Alright, so that's the front. I mean, and basically it's exactly as it was. And the same lineup and everything, so. Got a little extra stiff. I don't remember how stiff that was. Anyway, so the hard part's done. You're switching this out. Now what you're going to do is you're going to remove the 3 screws here and the 2 screws right here, and then this will come off. Now what I got, I already put mine together. I did mine up just a custom shell. I always like to do something a little different. It's just a matte black. Did the matte black underneath. This is a clear body that basically just took, and I spray the top side and I also spray the bottom side. So if it scratches or comes through, or if I flip it and wreck it, it's still going to look black because it's got the black coming through underneath of it. Alright, so mine's already put together. I got this piece. The kit comes with everything you need to put these together. To build the cage, you can roll with the rolling cage by itself without the panels. I don't like it on this look, for the main reason being the XTE has the open top, which you can see all the electronics. The XBE has that cover, which is a pain in the butt to work on. Anybody that's had it, and especially Travis, I know you know about it. You get to tearing that thing open too many times, and it's just a pain in the ass. Whereas you open this up, and everything you really need is right there. Anytime you have an issue, if you want to tinker with your motor, if you got to pop your cover off and get to your spur gear or something, everything is right here. So this, to me, is just it's a little bit more open. That's the one thing I didn't like about the truck, but I love the look. So this way I have the look on the truck. So we're going to attach this here using the same 2 screws you took out of the back bumper top. Remember, it's still going down the plastic, so it doesn't have to be tight. It's doing its purpose by holding it in the rear. Now, for the front, Again, mine's a little hurt right now, but we'll see how this holds. Just put your front post in, which is also included. It's separate, but it's included in the kit I'll be doing. Mine's not staying down. You know, I got an issue with mine. Like I said, I'm going to have to fix mine, but it should be tight right now. It actually is good enough. Lost my camera light. Alright, well, I can do without it. Now, I don't know if I have a... I'm just going to throw a body pin in right now just to make sure this fits. And I will probably drill mine this way. You drill it out here. Just because I don't want... This pin rubs on here and I don't want to scratch my paint up being it's fresh paint. So I'll probably drill it where I can put it through this way. But that's pretty much the look. It's ready to go through right now. Let me see. Try one of these small ones for now. So there you have it. You got everything the same look. Again, I have the 17-inch tires on it, but it's the same look as the XBE, same structural design. Only difference is it's got the open top, which when you got to go to work on it, it's just everything's right there. To me, just a lot easier of a setup. I have everything nice and neatly tucked. It's just, you know, it's just a good design, man. I mean, the truck, everything right there. I mean, the only thing, you know, issues with the steering surface people have, and you know, bumpers not being as strong. But as far as the design of the truck and, you know, the difference between the XBE and the XTE, just good design. Everything's right there. Looks exactly the same. I mean, if I had this out right now and took it out, no one would know that it's an XTE just by looking at it. And that's kind of the point. So. Alright, well, these kits are roughly, I mean, they cost about $58 in retail value to make this kit and do it. The biggest issue is the shipping on this stuff. I mean, the body comes in the body comes like this, clear, and you have to, you got to cut it, which is no big deal. I mean, you just cut it out, and then you got your, you know, your back piece back here, your panels and your flares you cut out. So they're all just your panels. But I mean, that's not the biggest issue with this, is that the size of it. So I mean, the weight isn't an issue, but you're putting it in like a 16, 14, 15 inch box. So even though it's a light box, you're still going to get burned on shipping because of the size. So, you know, you got to factor in it's going to cost almost at least $10 each kit to ship. I'm trying to give a discount and things like that. You know, you're looking at roughly probably about $50 a kit, which will include the front bumper switch, the front body mount, the roll cage assembly with all the screws and the hardware, as well as the body panels and everything to make this. Now, you can get it if you just wanted the roll cage and roll around with just the roll cage on it, but what you don't get if you don't get the body panels is the little guy. And without this little guy, you just everything's exposed in here. So I mean, you would have all your electronics, you would see everything. It's just not as good of a look on this setup, you know, without the guy. And on the XBE, it fits with the guy too, because you got the solid cover, which makes it at least look like it's sealed. So I mean, it's well worth it just to get the panels as well, whether you use them and take them off, just to make sure you have your guy on there. So the kit, you'll be getting that. You'll be getting the shock tower. You'll be getting the kit with all the braces and everything in it you need, all the screws, everything you need on them. And then, of course, the front body posts. Now, they give you two of them, so you'll have an extra one. You don't need one for the rear. I don't know why they give you two of them, but they do. So, like I said, about $50 free shipping. I'll have them posted on my website. If I don't get them on there, just feel free to, you know, contact me. Again, they make the red and blue bodies, but you know, if I'm going to be doing this, I'm going to do it something I can stock. And I might stock 1 or 2 red and blue, but it gets a little bit tougher like that. I'll probably just concentrate on the clears, because everybody can spray a clear body and have it, you know, done up and look good. You know, it's just a flat black. You can spray from the other side and have it be scratch resistance, you know, basically for the paint. If you want to go that route, sticker sheet comes with all the decals and things you might want to put on it. Put on your little guy. So basically everything you need is there in the package. I had actually intended on doing show you this and be able to do this, as well as I was going to change out the spur to the steel spur, and you know, the pinion, the metal pinion as well. Only issue was I ordered the wrong pinion, so the pinion that came in is brass, and I mean, going steel with the brass, I mean, there's no point. I'll be opening this thing up again in another run or two if I do that. So I do have the right. I got a 23. I was going between a 25 and a 23. I want to keep the torque on this truck a little bit on 3S, but I don't want to overgear it. You know, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, use a 29." Some people even use a 32. I'm not going to go that route. There's no risk, or no need, I should say, to make it. I don't need a 50-some-mile-an-hour blackout. I have, you know, other bigger trucks that do that. So this, if I can keep it right around 45, 46, 47, something like that, by running, you know, a 25 tooth or a 23, which obviously I'm going to step up to the 25 now, unless I go to Robinson or somewhere else to get the spur or pinion. But right now they have a 25 steel from the Redcat, so I'm going to grab that one. I'll match it with this, and then we'll do the conversion, show everybody what it looks like. If I have to do any modifications to do it, you know, it's my first time. I've seen people do it, but I basically just want to show you how it's done. People have done it, really didn't take the time to go through it the right way and take off things. They kind of sped through the process, which makes it a little bit more detailed, a little bit more difficult. So I'm going to go a little more detailed and see if I can't get you guys a little bit better description for people that are questioning it, knowing that it can work, but feel kind of scared to pull the trigger and do it themselves. So that'll be coming up in the next video, next blackout video I'll do. I mean, I would love to get this thing out and get another run on it. But I still the WTF fan I have in it, so it's only had 1 run on it. I'd love to get out and do it, but just the weather hasn't been cooperating. It's been raining all week, and you know, this thing's already out of control on semi-dry pavement, so I don't want to get a little too crazy with a wet pavement. So I'll get out here hopefully this week and get some more runs on this, and of course we'll do it with the new body on it. But that's pretty much all I got today, man. I mean, I could have done more, but the bottom line is just showing you guys that this works. And, you know, I have it available if anybody's interested. So if you have any questions, hit me up. Thanks.